So I just opened up my very first stocks account on the 15th of January 2026, and already I felt the highs of reaching 10% to reaching the lows of minus 5%. So I've gone through the ups and the downs to a minor extent. But before I jump into the investments and tell you what's happened, well, first of all, I want to let you know that this channel is a documentation of my journey, because before investing, I was looking at different YouTube channels, halal ones, and it basically didn't exist. No one was documenting their journey month by month, which is what I'm going to be doing. I'll be dropping videos at least every month telling you what happened. And this is not financial advice, and this is not religious advice or rulings. And there'll be 4 parts to this video. So first of all, what I invested in. Part 2, the results of my investments. Part 3, why the precious metals losses mean nothing. And part 4, what I'm doing in February. So I've got 2 pies here. So the metals pie as well as the everything Islam pie that I took from Nisba. I just copied their pie. And just keep in mind, this silver, platinum and platinum should be sitting in the metals pie. And I just threw in literally £1 each to AMD as well as Adobe, just to keep an eye on the percentages. So first of all, let's check out the metals pie. So it is down 2.3%, but this should be higher because of the silver as well as platinum and platinum. And then if we take a look at the individual holdings, but very quickly, it did reach a 33% rate of return. Now, if we take a look at the holdings, physical gold is up, and I've done iShares physical gold and Royal Mint physical gold. They're both up. And then if you look at the physical silver, it's from Invesco as well as iShares, and then palladium and platinum. Now let's take a look at the Everything Islam by Nisba, and this is down by 2.6%. And I've only put in £200. I actually paused this, but I'll go over why I paused it in just a moment. But very quickly, what I'm holding, it's the USA Islamic Screen Pie, or stock I should say, or ETF is the correct word. You could probably tell I'm a beginner in this. And then the emerging markets one, and then the Europe one, and then this iShares one. I believe this is the developed or developing markets, the Japan one, the World Islamic Screen by HSBC, the iShares USA one, the World Islamic ETF, this one here, as well as the Dow Jones, this one right here, the equity one, as well as just a little bit of Sukuk. And then I removed this from the pie, palladium and platinum, and I shifted them into the metals pie. Now, I want to tell you why the precious metals losses mean absolutely nothing. Because most people probably think, why on earth would you invest at the top? And when it went down, most people will be like, oh my God, this went down. I felt a lot of relief that this went down. In fact, I hope it absolutely tanks. And here's why. So I didn't just randomly hop onto the precious metals bandwagon. I was buying physical gold and silver before the pandemic. I don't want to say the C word, but we all know what it is. I'm sure you know what it is. I just don't want to get shadow banned. This is just one of the places I buy from. And I was buying in early 2019. Before it all went down, I was saying to everybody, I guarantee you it's going to explode. And look what happened. I wish I invested more. It's not my fault because I couldn't do it because I just didn't have the money. I was like 19, 20 years old, working in some warehouses. I just didn't have any money to put into it. So as you can see, I slowly made investments. And last week I bought a 1/4 ounce of gold from this dealer. And from this dealer specifically, I put in just under 5 grand. It's valued at nearly 12k, and that's a slightly under 7k return. So I just want to show you something right here. These are the different products I've been buying, the metals. And I bought this 2-ounce coin right here for £29. So that's less than £15 per an ounce. And this week, it ended up reaching the price of silver per an ounce. It went to about, I think it was £85 per an ounce, and I bought it for less than £14. And I couldn't invest more at this particular time, even though I knew it was going to explode, because I just didn't have the money. That's why I'm not really bothered by the price going down, because I know in my lifetime, and I'm only 27, it's going to explode way past this. And if it drops really hard, guess what? I'm just going to come to this website or the other websites I use and just buy more gold and silver. I really want to drop 1 kilo right here, 1 kilo silver coins or 1 kilo silver bars. I really want to buy these. As you can see, they're out of stock. Now let's take a look at the NISPA pie. Look at the holdings, and this is why it doesn't make sense. So if we take a look at this, the USA Islamic screened, just keep in mind these companies, right? Microsoft, Tesla, AMD. And then if we go back and let's go on to the World Islamic screened, we've got the same companies, Microsoft, Tesla, AMD. Let's go back again. Let's go to iShares USA Islamic screened and Microsoft, Tesla, Johnson & Johnson. So this pie is just out of whack, and that's why I just didn't want to put in more money. So what am I doing in February? Well, basically, I'm just going to sort this pie out and make sure it's properly balanced, because right now it's just a handful of companies that's getting all this money. And then if the metals drop even further, again, I'm just going to go on this site and just buy more metals. Now, when you YouTube something like how much I made with my halal stocks or how much X amount of money makes with the stock market, no one's creating these types of videos, which is why I created this channel in the first place. No one's documenting their journey. So if you're interested in seeing what happens on a month-by-month basis, then I'd highly recommend that you subscribe. And I'll just keep you updated and just be completely transparent with what's going on. I'll see you in the next video.